Hey, 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 Aspen Mountain peeps. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had a wonderful Wednesday, wonderful weekend. Hopefully your Easter was fantastic. Ours was great. I just stayed home, obviously. We were stuck here at home and we had a wonderful meal. We had a wonderful lesson with our boys and it was just really good. It was a fun time to spend time home with my family. So on last week, I don't remember exactly what day. I think it was Wednesday. We got a call for some toilets that were leaking by. And Tana went over and took a look at it. And inside the toilet tank was a pressure assisted tank. And I forgot to turn my notifications off. Sorry about that. I do that a lot. Tana went by there and, hey, Josh, thanks for watching. Went by there and checked it out, and come to find out it was some toilets that had a recall on it. And so he educated the customer and told the customer what they needed to do. He left them paperwork and he left, and we got the toilets ordered in, brand new toilets, not the same style, and brought in those new toilets and set them down. And I got a phone call today from the person and said, hey, do you have the serial number on the toilets? And I said, no, we take those toilets and we throw them into the dumpster as soon as we're done. We don't keep old toilets, especially ones that are under recall. And we send them on their way to the dumpster where they belong. And he's like, well, I never wrote down my serial number, and got mad because he never wrote down his serial number, even though we educated him on what he needed to do. What I want to make as a statement, first of all, if you're watching live, type live. If you're watching replay, type replay. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Click on that little bell. You'll get notifications every time we come live. We usually get within about 2 hours of my live on Facebook. It goes live to YouTube. So I told the customer, no, I don't write down those serial numbers when we take them out. That's up to the homeowner. We gave you the paperwork, and you were supposed to take care of that and get it all filled out. And he started to argue with me, and I sat there and listened, and I said, sir, I apologize that you didn't write those down, but when you purchase a new appliance and you get that little card in the mail, or the card with it that says you need to send this in to get warranty, do you send that in? And he went real quiet on the phone. And he goes, well, yeah. And I said, and you know that if you don't send that in, that your warranty's not going to matter with that manufacturer, correct? And he goes, yes. And I said, okay, so there's some responsibility with a purchase, or some responsibility when we educate you to, at that point, it becomes your problem. We can only do so much as the plumber. Our job is to educate, provide the documentation that you need to fill out, and then to replace the toilet. That's our job. The rest of it is up to you. It's not up to us. We informed you of that. We did educate you of that before we left. This gentleman was a lawyer and started going off on me, and that's okay. He can go ahead and go off on me. And I said, look, as a lawyer, you should know that documentation should be read and filled out. As a lawyer, you know that documentation matters when it comes to legal matters. And with this being a recall, you knew that that legal documentation needed to be taken care of. So I want to reach out to you. And if you do hire plumbers, first of all, I want you to know that you need to have an educated plumber. If that plumber is not telling you what's wrong with your problem, or telling you about products that have been recalled, or is not telling you what they need to do to fix your problem or take care of your problem, you don't have a good plumber. And what do I mean by that? I'm not trying to be bashing any competition or anything like this. I'm strictly saying this no matter where you watch this. If your plumber does not educate you on what's going on, you do not have a proper professional plumber. You have what I would consider a broke-fix plumber. A guy that comes in and doesn't give you any options or teach you what's going on so you can make an educated decision on what you need to do with your home. That is not a professional plumber. Okay? So many times plumbers, and this is a bad part on our trade, so many times plumbers will go into a home and a lot of them just tell you what you need to have fixed and don't give you any option. And they probably don't tell you what needs to be fixed and tell you why it needs to be fixed, or why it needs to be replaced, or why this needs to be done. If the plumber's not doing that, maybe you need to reassess your plumber. It's just like I see Fred's watching. Fred's a doctor. If I go to the doctor, I expect the doctor to check my knees, even if I'm there for a cough. I expect my doctor to check my heart rate, to check my breathing, to check my weight, check my height. I expect him to do a proper diagnosis. And then I expect him to explain to me what my symptoms are telling him. If your plumber is not explaining to you what those symptoms are telling to you, you do not have a professional plumber. I see this so much when we get into people's homes, and people love it. Our customers love this because we go into the home and we talk to our customer and we explain to them what's going on with their problem, whether it be a toilet problem or whether it be a water heater problem, no matter what it is. We diagnose what the problem is. We educate the customer. Happy Easter, Chris. Thanks. Yesterday, yes. We educate the customer. We provide them options. Just like the doctor will provide you options. You can take this medicine or you can go home and just ignore it. Whatever you want to do, right? You got a cold? You need this medicine. I'm going to prescribe this medicine for you. I would recommend you take this medicine and then come back in 2 weeks and we check you out. That's what a doctor would say. Plumbers should be doing the same. Plumbers should be coming into your home saying, this is what's wrong with your toilet. You got a bad fill valve. We can do one of three things here. First of all, we can change that fill valve. But I noticed that your toilet is 15 years old. May not have a tank that is within government regulation, and it may have too much of a flush. You may be wasting water. I could save you some money and give you a new warranty and get you a better product with this toilet. Or I could get you an even better toilet like a Lamborghini with this toilet. All three will fix the problem, right? All three, if the customer is educated, can give you options in your home. If your plumber does not educate, you're not getting a full service. This is something I preach to my guys all the time. This is something I personally do. If you do not get options with your plumber and he does not educate you, you do not have a professional plumber. You have a broke fix plumber. He is making that decision for you. Now, he may know what's wrong with it, and that's fine. He'll fix it. But is he giving you the best option? Education is everything, ladies and gentlemen. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, then that's okay. You can stick with the broke fix plumber. But I want you to know you have the promise of Aspen Mountain Plumbing. That when we come into your home, we are going to educate you on your problem based on what the symptoms are, just like a doctor would do. And then we're going to give you the options of what we think would be best for you in your home. And we'll grade it in our form of what we would think the ultimate best would be for you. But you have the option to choose what you want. Keep that in mind. You folks have a wonderful Monday. We'll catch you tomorrow.